Okay, so shoulders, they're definitely a thing. Um, Way more than I ever have experienced. It's crazy. So the thing that we're going to work today is the internal and external rotators. Now, for me, this arm for like a year kind of bugged me, and I focused a ton on mobility on this side, kind of neglected this side because mobility is one of those things for me, anyways. I feel like it just is tedious and doesn't do a lot until you do this on one side, you focus on it, and then you kind of not skip it, but you just don't focus and concentrate on the side that feels good. And then, of course, now I did some cleans for Stupid Real, and I have not felt the same since, which was like over a month ago. So I think I have torn something in there. It is what it is. I'm really bad. I don't go to see anyone. I have so much information in this head of mine that I feel like through my own knowledge and my consistent work on mobility, it will get better. Some days are awesome, and some days are not. And I know the days that are not, it's just because like I'm putting on my coats, skiing and stuff. There's a repetitive kind of movement because I wear coveralls. And so I'm constantly moving those shoulders. And by the end of the ski day, I feel that shoulder. So what we're going to work on today, or we're going to do a couple of things, but if you're having issues, as you can see, I certainly am with rotating internally and externally. So even the more I demonstrate this, it's like from here to here is where I feel about an 8 out of 10. From here, I feel more like a 2 out of 10. There's that 8 out of 10, even more of an internal rotation. So if you even just focus and concentrate on where you're feeling the pain, and if it's internally or externally rotating, that you'll feel the difference. So here I feel nothing. Internally, I feel like from here to here, I feel an 8 out of 10. Here I feel fine. And then when I externally rotate, I'm more like a 3 out of 10. So I'm 99% convinced. I'm not asking you to self-diagnose yourself, but I basically have figured out that my internal rotator is probably slightly torn. So I'm working on it just like I used to focus on this side before it got better. And now, it's better to do equal work on both sides. Don't ever do what I say, not as I do, because I'm like one of the worst for that stuff. So the best tool is a yoga block, which I keep meaning to buy. In my video that I did for the Strong Bodies crew, we did this actually in real time a couple of months ago. I used a suspension trainer bag with a suspension trainer in it, because what happens is you need to have your neck and your spine neutral in the same kind of, right? So if I was down here, see how low my neck is? That really won't be good. So you kind of have to prop, even like this pillow is good because it's not like a soft pillow, and then I just kind of folded it, and then that is better than the suspension trainer bag that I used in the last demo. Okay, so get yourself set up for that. And I just want to add that if you are struggling with this movement, you have to do this type of movement almost daily. And I'm preaching to myself too, because like I said, mobility, in my opinion, or the way I feel about mobility, is I love and I hate it. I am a strength coach, but like it was like strength, strength, strength. And now it's like, oh no, mobility, that stuff has to happen. And I do believe it is because of getting older. And it's just the way we train, we have to refocus on what has to be a priority. If this is causing you discomfort, you want to make sure that you're doing very consistently daily, if not every other day, because these rotators are very closely connected to the capsule. And if you ignore what's going on there, you're going to really find yourself into some big problems. So the bottom arm is going to be a 90-degree angle here. And then we're going to add some, actually, no, we're not going to, yeah, we are going to add some pressure. So we're going to, now this is my better shoulder now. So you're just going to push down, internally rotate. Do not let the elbow move. This is your anchor. And you're just gonna go down about, till you feel pressure. This isn't the best range of motion, but this is where my shoulder is telling me that it needs to stop. So the whole objective here, very important, is you need to be relaxed. So we're gonna breathe through this. So I'm just applying some tension here. Make sure your wrists aren't pushing into it as well. You're going to feel a slight work in that below shoulder, the one that's anchored onto the ground. We're just gonna push it, and we're actually going to make sure that we're concentrating by our breath. Big breaths in and big breaths out. And we're gonna hold this. This is a nice, easy, mellow session, but so important. So you're just continuing to apply pressure. You're not going to feel a ton of work, but you will feel, like I said, the shoulder that is close to the mat, a little bit of that work. So we're just gonna keep breathing for another minute. Big breath in and exhale. Good job, Crystal. Two more. Almost like your meditation session as well. One more big breath in and exhale. Okay, now slowly come out of that. Now we're going to add that pressure. So externally rotating. Now we're going to force the tension. So while we're externally trying to rotate, we're going to pull the opposite direction. So you're going to try to, externally rotate, and I'm going to pull up with this arm, adding some tension. Okay, and try to relax. And we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. So as I was explaining in the demo video for the ladies, this is called like sort of a PNF type of movement. Keep holding, Crystal. I'm going to explain what I mean. So when I used to train clients face to face, I used to stretch them, sort of the nice sort of bonus that they used to get. And I used to do a hamstring PNF. Keep holding that, Crystal. And so what I would do is my client would be on the ground and I would pull back on their hamstring, very similar to what we just did in the prior movement. And then I would have them, which you're doing now, push down on my hand, right? And I'm resisting. So they're pushing down and I'm holding up. That's what you're doing now. Okay, and then we're gonna release it. Crystal, you can release this. And then we're going to now go back to the internal rotation, pushing down. And with my clients, I would push on the hamstring, and there should, remember, elbows anchored, there should be an improved range of motion, which you can see is crazy. Hopefully I taped this. I have a taped version, so if I didn't, I can send that. So you're just going to continue to breathe and exhale. It's the only way to really ensure that you're as relaxed as you should be. Your exhale should be longer. So you're pushing this to about 40%, 50%. And then as the 2 minutes go, you might be able to get into, 70, 80. But please be careful. This is strength training is, I really want you to push these sorts of things, especially if you're feeling some discomfort. You have to be very careful. Let's go for 4 more breaths. And unfortunately, yeah, it is a thing that takes a little bit of time. And and consistency. I'm gonna relax that arm. You don't have to have that arm up, relax it. Actually, definitely do not have the arm up. It'll be interesting to see the difference in my other side. Okay, and then slowly come out of that. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So prop yourself up. Good job. Awesome that someone showed up. I was actually saying to Neil, because he went out for a walk, so we're gonna go skiing. If no one shows, I have a videotaped version of this, so I can just send it to them. Oh goodness, yeah, just by holding it here. But actually, and then I would have just been lazy. So thank you, Crystal. You forced me to do this. Okay, so now we're going to push down and hold, breathe. There you go again with that elbow up. Why did I do that? 3 more breaths. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. And release. Externally rotate and resist. So this is where you really want to add maybe 30 to 40%. You're not 100% here. I'm externally resisting and I'm not letting it. I'm adding resistance. So I'm pulling up. This is for about 30 seconds. And if it feels good, this is where you can be a little more assertive. This feels fine. Proactive mobility is always smarter than reactive. And if you're young and have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to shoulders, don't be a dum-dum and avoid mobility until you're 50. Do it before you start feeling some of the hormonal responses. Your body responds in a crazy ass way. Let's do 3 more, or not 30 seconds, sorry. Okay, so now that was work. I really felt that. Let's see if I can get internally. No, I mean, maybe a little bit. Remember that elbow isn't moving, and push. And then relax and breathe. Just relax. I did that ab workout yesterday. I woke up so freaking sore. So that is a good wake up call for myself. My muscles responded, which means I need to do more specific isolation, which doesn't surprise me. Feels good actually. Strong core means a strong low back. Strong low back means your hips and your knees and your ankles are all going to respond in a better way. 4 more breaths. 4 in, 8 out. and slowly coming out of that. Okay, amazing. So now I would love for you to find a wall. I moved my rower so I could demo, but if you don't have access to a wall right now, Crystal, then without the wall is fine too. Okay, so you're going to put your leg that's closest to me in front, and then you're gonna be against the wall, if you can. And if you don't wanna be in front of the camera, so you can do this one, I'll just demo what we're doing here. Okay, so you're nice and stacked, this is going to relax this shoulder, and then we're just coming out and in. Okay. And then if you can touch the wall, awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. Okay. So please do it nice and controlled. Listen to your body. If you're not able to touch the wall, totally okay. You'll get there. Right? So just a reminder when it comes to holidays, festivities, parties, my recommendation and what I tell all of my clients is to take the good days and pick it up a notch. So improve your eating habits, sleeping habits, get your water in to even a higher level of discipline. And then on the days that you're out with your friends and you're having a good time, enjoy yourself. And it will all balance itself out. I think a lot of times people will sort of look at the next week and a half to 2 weeks leading into Christmas and then into the New Year's. They just sort of let the whole event, okay, take a rest. Um, let it become a bit of a shit show, right? And I, like, it's harder. This is gonna be not good. Well, I don't know, okay. So that's not bad. It's better than I thought it was gonna do. It's more of an internal rotation for me. So this is an external, and then again, this is from here to here. And in front of me is where so everyone, we're all gonna be different. My shoes are not gonna be your shoes, obviously. So don't compare what I'm doing to what you're able to do. So getting back to my little rant about eating, it's really easy to kind of like, even on the disciplined days, when you've had a couple undisciplined days, like one of Neil's businesses just delivered a basket full of treats, and we're talking treats. And then yesterday was not the best day because we took my mom to have like a Christmas lunch. This is my first Christmas without my dad, so we're trying to do things with her. Let's do 2 more. So she's not too sad. And so we took her to Peachland and had a nice Christmas lunch, and it had a couple of cocktails and a huge lunch. Oh, good. Okay, so that's good. We're almost done. So now I'll finish my story, don't worry. Not like you're probably worried. I just like to kind of remind you of the importance of balance over Christmas. And you signed up for this, so I'm assuming you're somewhat interested. So now we're gonna be into this position, and I'm gonna lower just so you can see me a little bit. I've got my underwear on, my skiing. So here, okay, this is the position. I don't want you tucking in your chin. I do not want you hyperextending your neck. Okay, so nice and neutral. Head is neutral to its spine. This is the position you should always be in, by the way. Okay. And then we're going to open up the shoulder cap. We're going to breathe in, open, so almost kind of create wings out, and then inhale. And come back to neutral. Don't do this. Okay, I want you to focus on opening. So here's your start. Inhale. Exhale. Visualize small rotation of the shoulder cap. Okay. Some of you may feel a little tension in the armpits, all connected. So yesterday was one of those days. Neil came home, he goes, what would you like for dinner? And I said, I think I'm just gonna have a protein shake for dinner, not completely lose control today. So I'm still getting my protein in. I was still quite full for lunch, from lunch, probably 1,000 calorie lunch, probably more actually. Let's go 4 more. And then this stupid basket showed up at the door at like 7:30. And I'm feeling a little peckish at this point. I've been drinking my protein shake, but I still, I moved to water, so I didn't. Neil opened a bottle of wine. I was like, no, I'm good. Grab your hip circle if you have one. I'm gonna grab a handle band just to show you an option if you don't have it. A thin handle band. As thin as you have. This is almost as thin as I have. Okay, and we're just going to do, I'm progressing you, right? So I'm kind of moving now into more, so this is with the handle band, and you're just gonna open, and I'm gonna do this so you can see how close the band is to my body. And this is the tempo I want you to do. Okay, if the handles are doing this, you know that you're not doing it slow enough. Okay, so the handle's kind of, okay, so that's one, that feels really awesome in the back part of my shoulder. And then if you want, you can do the same thing with, this causes a little bit more work. And now notice how my scapula is starting to come up, right? Keep your scapula down. I should have cued that through the whole movement, sorry. So the scapula, you have to really relax, okay? And you can do this standing too. You don't have to be uncomfortable, right? I just want to show you through sitting, you can see pretty much. So I'm keeping pretty constant tension on the band. I'm opening as they come up. And as you do them, some of the discomfort will go away. Drop your scapula. This is why it's good to kind of do it in front of the mirror or even tape yourself. And you can see when you start, using other muscles. It's really important that we focus on 1 to 2 small little muscles inside the shoulder. And if you are shrugging, not relaxing those traps, you're not using the shoulders the part of the shoulder that I want you to. And some of you might find a little more protective to come in front, maybe switch to the front. I want you to start feeling some warmth in the shoulders. Okay, so this will be the first exercise that we do that's going to feel like a little bit of work. So keep going and I'll finish this long, stupid story. And the basket came and I heard him open it and he came down with freaking caramel popcorn and beef jerky. So I was like, I'll have the beef jerky. I'm still trying so hard to be disciplined. And then he starts opening this popcorn and he's like, just have a couple. I was like, okay. Oh my, it was probably the best thing that I've ever eaten in my life. I said, what is on this popcorn? So then he looked at it, Oreos, cookies and cream. So melted Oreo on the popcorn and chunks of the cookie. I mean, so yesterday was not a good day. So today I have no parties, I just have skiing. So today is going to be a deficit day. I'm going to stay under my calories. Let's go 3 more. And I can see crystals working now, which is good. This is what I want. I think anyway. I don't have my glasses on. Good. 2 more. Feeling some warmth. Feeling a good pull. This is blood flow. This helps anything that's causing you discomfort. Okay, now slowly come out of it. Okay, and now we're going to hold that here. I'm not going to rest you too long. And you're just going to pulse. Again, remember the traps. So just recover. And so it would be very easy for me to go back to that little basket upstairs that's covered or filled with a bunch of treats. But I want to wake up tomorrow feeling better than I woke up this morning. That's what kind of motivates me. And then I've got something going on Saturday. We're hosting a fondue on Sunday. Palms up, keep going, that'll feel different. Keep going, relax your traps for 10, 9, 8, 7, good job. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So with a band, you can definitely, right, palms down, palms up, can totally be done. There's never an excuse for not doing anything, and you don't even need equipment. Like you could literally just do this, and that's your shoulders moving. Last exercise, we're gonna, actually 2 more exercises. This one I wasn't going to do, but I have your attention, so why not? I just want you to put the band like so. You're in this position, and we're gonna come out and in, out and in. So this is a little different than what we just did. Not huge. You might want to do a few back here, right? And you're gonna feel the arm is not moving too. It is working as well. And then you might want to do some in front. Listen to your body. We're warm now. The shoulders are good to go. They're good to push. 3, 2, and 1 without a rest. Other arm sides. Let's do 5 of each. 4, 3, 2, 1 to the back. Arms are straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and to the front. Embrace the discomfort. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax. There's something about executing discipline, right? It's hard. It's really hard. That delayed gratification about waking up tomorrow morning and knowing that I showed a little bit more self-control than I did last night. You can hear that I'm frustrated with myself because yesterday should have been a better day. But I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm moving on. Today's just going to be a better day. Okay, so last thing we're going to do, you're not going to see me very well, but hopefully my cueing will help you. Please keep your shoulders relaxed. Drop your scapula down. Tuck them back to your pockets, okay? And you can do this standing or kneeling. You're going to hold your foam roller, and if you don't have a foam roller, you can track without a foam roller, but I think most people have some type of foam roller from the days that we were rolling out our fascia, which now we're no longer doing. Okay, so here at 90 degrees, and then you're just coming up and down. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm here and I'm rolling up and down while keeping my scapula down. We're going to do 20 of these and then we're done. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, scapula relaxed. Relax your traps. 3. So as high as you can and as low as you can without feeling discomfort. So we're all a little different here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So after the more of the band work, you can certainly feel that. Okay, amazing. Please enjoy your day. Take in consideration the days you can be a little more disciplined. Tomorrow, Sarah is showing up for meditation, easy, mellow yoga. I was watching Brenda, I was like, wow, that just was like super intense. So tomorrow, Sarah is my longest, oldest friend. She was my maid of honor. She has been through a hell of a year health-wise. I don't want to share too much because she's a very private person. But if you could show up and support her tomorrow at 8:30, or I think it's 8:30 her time, she's in Calgary. I would absolutely love that. She's just one of the most beautiful souls on the planet, and she teaches the best yoga class. So that's a nice, easy, mellow class. I'm going to add, I'm not gonna, the giveaway thing is kind of not going very well. So, Crystal, you're gonna win all the prizes, I think. So that's awesome. I'm going yeah. So I think a lot of people donated and are just happy to donate. But hey, there's some really good prizes that are up for grabs. So I'm going to delay Judy Fedora's. We're gonna do a couple more, and I'm just gonna select who I think is going to be the best. My boobs look humongous right now. Like, what the hell is that? It's like, what the hell? Anyways, it was distracting me. So I'll keep it going in the emails. I know they're a little confusing because I'm doing a day of and blah, blah, blah. But whatever, we're doing this for a good cause. We're moving our bodies. It's the most important thing. Thank you so much for showing up, Crystal. It really, actually, I needed that. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And ladies, continue to push hard through the season. Enjoy yourself, but create balance when you can.